Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid, my DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, we will be bringing you three major talking points ahead of the biggest game on the footballing planet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the El Clasico, Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona. So we are going to be bringing you three important talking points ahead of the highly anticipated blockbuster clash on this episode. So please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. Real Madrid returned to the Santiago Bernabeu on Sunday night for the first time since booking a place in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Having dethroned the reigning European champions midweek, they will look to do the same thing to the reigning Spanish champions at the weekend as they take on Barcelona in La Liga. The Catalans have been in a mini resurgence recent week, but their momentum and morale was crushed midweek with a defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. Real Madrid have got the better of the Blaugrana twice this season already and appears to have the advantage over them in the third time ahead of Sunday's clash. A win on the night would have massive implications in the title deciding moment. So we are going to bring you three talking points ahead of Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona. Kickstarting with the talking points, the first topic on today's talking point will be Real Madrid's spirit and momentum heading into the game. Manchester City have embarrassed Real Madrid by a 4-0 scoreline at the Etihad 1 year ago. Earlier this week, however, Los Blancos exacted their revenge at the same venue. Pep Guardiola's side may have been the more dominant team on the night with a better chances on a scale of who deserves to go through for attacking football. The Premier League giants indeed would have made it the cut. Yet Real Madrid held on through the storm and pulled it through extra time, 30 minutes to take the game to penalties. The master of nerves kept their cool throughout the 10th shootout and pulled through in a clutch Real Madrid style. They now enter the El Clasico riding on the wave of momentum that have been going their way all season, and they must look to capitalize on the psychological edge they boost on the psychological front. After all, Barcelona are coming off a tough defeat which sealed their elimination from Europe and are far from their best state from the psychological standpoint. A mentally weakened opposition is after all half conquered. The second talking point will be on the expectation of the blockbuster clash worldwide. The El Clasico has lost its charm in recent years and is overtaken by several other fascinating fixtures across the globe as football's elite clash. While a part of the decline is due to the departures of big names from both teams, Barcelona's overall fall in quality has an equal role to play in the same. While the game may not have the same global appeal it did a few years ago, however, El Clasico seldom arrives without any reward on the line. This time, it brings with it a real chance for Carlo Ancelotti's side to celebrate a massive success. With 7 games to go in La Liga, Los Blancos sit comfortably on 78 points, while second place Barcelona are on 70 points. A win on the night will bring Real Madrid to an 11-point lead and virtually seal La Liga in the Merengues' name. After all, it is almost unthinkable that the men in white will lose 4 of their next 6 games after the El Clasico. Sunday night's clash thus brings with it the ultimate prize. Carlo Ancelotti's focus against Barcelona thus will be to ensure that his side do not slacken out and they bring home all 3 points the easy way. After all, a defeat at the Bernabeu will cut their lead to only 5 points and set up for a nervy finish. The final talking point is going to be the rotations which Ancelotti might make on the night after a heavy midweek at Manchester. Having just played a tiring 120-minute shift against Manchester City on Wednesday night, it is but natural for Los Blancos to feel fatigue. Checking on players' fitness and opting for the right rotations, albeit without impacting the quality of the squad. Thus will be Ancelotti's greatest challenge ahead of the showdown against Barcelona. For sure, Toni Kroos is expected to be replaced by Luka Modric in midfield on the night after playing a long shift midweek. The Croatian showed against Manchester City that he still has magic in his boots, and a start against Barcelona would not be undeserved. The second likely change in midfield will be the return of Aurelien Tchouameni, who was suspended midweek. The Frenchman is expected to take the place of his teammate Eduardo Camavinga at the base of the midfield. Moving to the final third, the player in question for the game is Vinicius Jr., especially considering that he was facing muscular discomfort after the game in England. He has been included in the squad to face Barcelona, but it is critical that Ancelotti evaluate his fitness before handing him the start. If indeed the Brazilian is not fit to play from the first minute, Rodrigo will take his place on the left wing with Joselu covering the second spot in attack. Real Madrid will be looking to get the better of Barcelona for the third time in a row this season, after beating them in the first leg of the La Liga campaign in a 2-1 victory courtesy of a brace from Jude Bellingham when all hopes seemed lost for the Merengues, as the Blaugranas were largely dominant on the night. But the Real Madrid DNA kicked in and Jude Bellingham announced himself in a Clasico with a brace. The Merengues later on completed a double over Barcelona in January when they beat them 4-1 in the Spanish Super Cup final, lifting the trophy on Barcelona's own head. The clash will be a clash of honor, as Barcelona won't want to lose 3 games in a bound to their arch-rivals Real Madrid, while Real Madrid will want to exercise a point of dominance over the Blaugranas. So it is left to be seen how the game pans out on the night. Having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid updates. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.